This is the Infinity Firearms GOTY, the single most sought after drop of all time. Ugh. Whew. Get tired, man. All right, Infinity's GOTY, the gun of the year. Now, what does that mean? Why is this the gun of the year? I don't know, you'd have to ask Infinity. They didn't tell me why they named it that, but I'll give you my assessment on what I think makes this gun so damn special. And I think I'm well suited for that because I am not a little gun guy. I typically do not like little guns, but I love this one. And I think the specialness about this being, A, you have what it looks like. It's just a super cool, dope looking gun. And then you have Infinity's build specs, their tolerances, their capabilities. And then you add in the titanium, the Cheekbuster, the island barrel from Infinity, which they call a sight tracker, which is ported, full-size grip, which is huge for me. I don't like carry grips, but you put all of those things together with the titanium frame and grip, and you have a little gun that doesn't shoot like a little gun. So accomplishing that is no small feat, no pun intended, but you get this little teeny package that shoots like a much larger pistol. It's much more pleasant and much more controllable than any other 3.5 inch 375, even 4. That is just, I think they really pulled off something special with a gun like this. So that being said, does it shoot like a 4.6 or a 5-inch gun? No, but for the small package that it is the best gun I've ever shot in this size. So that's GOTY, gun of the year. I'm not arguing with them. He doesn't make noise. Okay, let's talk about what GOTY consists of. So, it is a 3.75-inch officer length barrel. It is their sight tracker barrel, which is also ported, so ported island barrel essentially. And then my favorite part of the pistol is it has a Cheekbuster. Cheekbusters are super cool, and this one is a very unique one itself. It has the Nexus serration pattern in the Cheekbuster on top of the slide, sides of the slide, and carried through the grip. The grip and the frame, magwell, are all titanium, which makes this thing very special. And then one of my favorite things about Infinity is their optic mount. Direct mill into the slide. You can barely see a little sliver of light. So this thing is absolutely just sitting as low as it possibly can. And then of course, the Infinity trigger. Doesn't get better than that. And that is what makes up GOTY. Whew. GOTY's an awful lot like these nods. It's totally unnecessary, but I'm damn happy I have it. Okay, GOTY's a very interesting gun. Being small and being lightweight usually means that that's gonna be a gun I don't like shooting, typically, because I really don't enjoy shooting the staccato 3.6 and those little pistols. They're not my bag for the most part. But GOTY, being titanium, has some special powers to it. For those of you that haven't shot titanium, it just does something different. That's all I can say. It has a totally different feel. It remains lightweight, but it feels like a much larger, heavier gun. Now that being said, it's not gonna outperform my 4.6-inch to 5-inch steel frame guns. It's just not gonna happen. It is a cool material, but it can't do that. So what is something that I use GOTY for? Well, I modified a Glock 17 holster that I can run GOTY EDC. And I think that is a very cool way to use this pistol. Now, I don't think I'm gonna carry a $15,000 gun every day. It's just not gonna happen. But it does have all the Infinity bells and whistles at the 3.75-inch with the Cheekbuster, the porting, and full-size grip. That's my jam. So coming out here and running EDC with GOTY is one of my favorite options. Whoa, I got hit. Can't hit that damn one. All right, out at 100, and just like I've talked about with every other drill, this thing being a little 375 barrel length, I'm not at all used to. We'll see how this will go. It might be interesting. It's definitely gonna be different from shooting a 5-inch at 100. $15. So those misses were me though. I mean, if I could have just held it where I was hitting, it wouldn't have been a problem. But yeah, man, such a cool gun. It's by far one of the most, if not the most unique pistol I have. Particularly relevant to the rest of the collection, because most of what I have, well, I do have a decent amount of Commanders, because when I first got into 2011s, I was all about the Commanders. So I got a few of those. And then once I got more and more into 2011s, I got more into the 5-inch full-size guns and 4.6s. But they're steel, and I have some aluminum and steel. Definitely my first gun I own, this titanium. Not to mention the first gun I've ever shot this titanium. And I mean, then you have the aesthetic, the overall aesthetic of the gun, which is phenomenal. And man, I would have to say, yes, by far, it's the most unique pistol in the collection. 375 with a Cheekbuster, kidding me? I love it. All right, we're at the 7 with GOTY. Gonna see how she does on a bill drill, or more importantly, how I do on a bill drill with this gun. Like I said, I am not a 375 guy or little gun guy, so this could be a little more difficult for me. One left, 216, so slow. That was 7 shots. All right, so that was a 198 then. Was it the second to last or the last shot that was out? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I don't know why I can't count. Woo, damn, tried to go fast there. 184, high 1, 175 though. It was a faster draw. Let's get a clean one here. Trying to go fast and accurate with a little gun is the problem. That was clean at a 188. So that's good. Was that left, bottom left? I don't know. 190, one more. Clean, 187. So really, the more difficult thing for me with this size gun is the consistency of it. It just has a little more variation to it, a little more movement. If I do everything correctly, no problem. It's just doing it correctly every time. So it would be reps, but when it runs, it runs. All right, we're gonna see how GOTY will do on the Modern Samurai Black Belt patch, starting at the 3 for the 3 and 2 drill. Got 2 seconds right here. Ready? .181. Now to the 1 second. the hardest one for me. Ready? Got it. 9.2 bill drill. Oh, I had a stutter, man. Holy crap. No, 2.23. So let me run that again. I don't know what the trigger is doing or what I'm doing with my trigger finger. One left. That was a 1.78. That was barely out right there. Shoot. Let's go to 25. Okay, second half. Ooh, 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 way left. I don't like that at all. That one maybe got it. All right, well that was a fail. Let's run one more and see if GOTY has it in it. Ooh, line break. 165 again. Eight, 7 bill drill. Ooh, got it. 180 to the 25. Ooh, let's see. 118. That was fast. I think we got it, dude. We did. Let's count. There's got to be 13 of them. 13. GOTY pass, baby. It took 2 attempts, but that one went nice and smooth and GOTY pulled it off. Holy shit. All right, that feels good. All right, guys, that is the Infinity Firearms Gun of the Year. GOTY, what a cool little pistol. I really think they pulled off some magic with this one. But before I get any further into the pistol itself, I do have to give a couple thank yous because this is the GOTY photo gun, the only one in existence for the next 7 to 9 months. So I have to give a big debt of gratitude to everybody at Infinity, Brandon, Joe, Peyton, the entire team. I'm sure there's so many people that I just don't know their names, working very hard to continually bring us these fantastic pistols. So thank you to everyone at Infinity. And then of course, Momo Shoots for making it happen. He is the Infinity fixer and worked so hard behind the scenes to bring me this pistol. So thank you to you guys. And now let's talk about the gun itself. So I've gone over the specs, I've gone over how it shoots, and I just think that, like I said, they really pulled something off with this one because it is a little gun, but it doesn't shoot like that. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's an important point because that is not easy to do. And that is why I don't typically like the little guns. They just don't shoot like the big guns. But this is like somewhere in the middle, I'm gonna say, because of course it doesn't shoot like a 5-inch, but it certainly doesn't shoot like a 3.75. The titanium is nuts. It's just a very different feeling metal. It just behaves differently. I can't explain it better than that. You have to experience it to really know what I'm talking about. But it is legit, and Infinity is the only company that I'm aware of making titanium guns. It's just, that's the magic of Infinity. And so I would say the gun itself, for me, for somebody like myself that doesn't shoot little guns a lot, the consistency is where I struggled with it. Now, there's times that I could pull off some great shooting with this gun, for me, like passing the black belt standard. Remarkable to do that with this gun. I would never think that I could do that with the officer length barrel. And then shooting some bill drills, I'd get some good ones, and then I'd spray it all over. So it's just, I don't know the behavior of the gun that well that I could say, maybe with more and more reps, I would get more comfortable and get the timing of this gun down. But as of now, I can say it doesn't shoot like a little gun, but it's not as consistent as the large ones, probably is the best way I could put it. But I did have an absolute blast. For everybody that ordered a GOTY and has one coming, I hope it was fun to check it out. getting to see a little preview. I'm sure this will not be the only video which GOTY has ever featured, but it's just such a unique gun, such a fun one. If all of you guys that ordered one of these, you're in for a treat. I can definitely say that. And it's a versatile gun too, because you can come out here on the range and shoot, and for the most part, I think hang with the big boys. In more reps, of course, are needed for me to do that, but it has its moments with me. I'm just not the little gun guy, but it definitely can pull off some pretty remarkable stuff for its size. And then it also has the versatility of being a carry gun if one was so inclined. Now, the value of this gun, it's not something I'm going to use as an EDC. It's just too special to me, but it certainly could pull it off without a problem. That is another thing that titanium does very well, is it's very light. So it's a versatile gun, it's a cool gun, it's a damn unique pistol, and one that I'm just so happy to have in the collection. I think it is such a cool gun, and this is, I guess, an important point to note, that all of my Infinity collection consists of 4.5-inch steel pistols until I got this gun, which is one side of the bookend, and the other is Peanut Butter Cup, which is a 5-inch all steel frame. So stay tuned, because there will be a Peanut Butter Cup video coming as well. So please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for The Weapon Collective, and I'll catch you next time. Tracker barrel, and fuck, I was on it, but I lost it. In my opinion, then well, gotta have a round in there.